When we think of new species evolving, we usually imagine populations getting separated by mountains, rivers, or oceans. But what if evolution can create new species even when everyone lives in the same place? That surprising process is called sympatric speciation. Sympatric speciation happens when one species splits into two or more while living in the same geographic area, with no physical barriers separating them. Instead, the split is driven by reproductive isolation, meaning groups stop mating with each other for reasons like different food preferences, different mating behaviors, genetic changes, timing of reproduction, or host preferences, especially in insects. It's like living in the same city, but joining different clubs, speaking different languages, and eventually becoming so different you can't connect anymore. Here's some real-life examples that make this even cooler. 1. Apple maggot fly, the classic textbook example. Originally, these flies laid their eggs only on hawthorn fruit. Then, a tiny subgroup started laying eggs on apples, which were introduced by humans. Here's how that small change created speciation. Flies that preferred apples started mating on apples. Hawthorn-preferring flies mated on hawthorns. They developed different breeding calendars based on fruit ripening times. Over generations, they became genetically distinct. Today, apple flies and hawthorn flies are on their way to becoming completely separate species, even though they live in overlapping areas. 2. African rift lake cichlids. Evolution on fast forward. Some of the greatest examples of sympatric speciation come from the colorful cichlid fish in lakes like Malawi and Victoria. These fish split into hundreds of species within the same lake, driven by different feeding strategies: algae scrapers, snail crushers, insect pickers, sexual selection, females choosing males with unique colors, microhabitats within the same lake: shallow, deep, rocky, sandy. Imagine living in the same apartment building, but evolving into different species because you eat different snacks and wear different outfits. 3. Fig wasps, nature's intricate matchmakers. Fig wasps and fig trees have tight evolutionary partnerships. Sometimes the wasps evolve different mating signals or breeding cycles, even while using the same fig trees. Genetic differences accumulate, then mating stops between groups. As a result, new species emerge, all while hanging out on the same figs. Sympatry at its finest. 4. Palm trees on Lord Howe Island. Two types of palm trees on the same tiny island evolved into separate species due to different flowering times, attraction of different pollinators, preference for slightly different soil types. Even though they grow side by side, they rarely interbreed. It's like two neighbors who never cross paths because they wake up at different times. Sympatric speciation is so fascinating as it shows evolution doesn't always need physical separation. Small behavioral or ecological changes can snowball into full species splits. It highlights how powerful natural selection and mate choice can be. Also, it proves that even shared spaces can lead to divergent evolutionary paths.